I read a quote from your guy Carlos Miller recently, and he was talking about how you're a one of one in that you truly don't care what people say about you.
I don't.
That is one of Shaq's superpowers. And I was curious, when did you realize that that's who you were?
Early. My father got married when I was a baby. So I was the man in my house really early. I started working when I was 9 years old. And my mother, I say, raised me in reverse. God rest her soul. She passed away in 2021 from COVID. Um, I say she raised me in reverse because all of the coddling that you get and you see from a woman to her son, especially one that's lost his father to murder, you would think that she would be protecting and try to shield me and keep me in the house. Not Wanda. She was like, boy, get your ass out of here. I can't show you how to be a man, but I can teach you how not to be a bitch. You ain't gonna be one. That was her saying. She used to say that to me all the time. And I started early having a responsibility. I can't remember a time in my life when I didn't have some sort of responsibility. So in that time when I was going to the grocery store to get the groceries while my friends was riding bikes and playing football and having to make sure my little brother got up and was ready to go to school when everybody else was walking to school and I missed the crowd. I had to walk to school with my little brother. Those responsibilities made me learn in those processes not to care about what people thought about me because I was the only one doing it. So I was the outcast in a sense. So I had to figure out how to be okay with being me and being sufficient in my own thought process. And ever since I was a little boy, I'd have been cool with being, whatever you think, you're allowed to think whatever you think. But I know that I'm allowed not to give a about it the same way you're allowed to think it.
So the people that get so-called offended, they expect an apology tour. You're not worried about getting canceled, whatever that means?
I mean, nah, not at all. Because if I get canceled for who I am and what I feel, then, that's just what it is. I'm still going to be me. I still have to wake up every day and look in the mirror and be comfortable with who I am, no matter what anybody else feels or thinks about me. So I'm not concerned with that. Now, mind you, I'm very cognitive of being, understanding people's emotion. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings intentionally. But at the same time, I can't be responsible for how I feel makes you feel. Like, these are my real feelings. Now, if I care enough to want to, justify or explain or clarify my thoughts, there are certain people that I would do that to. I've had to do that before. Now, let me tell you what I meant by that because you took it the wrong way. But outside of that, you got to be special for me to even do that. I'm not explaining myself to no strangers. So
you're a better man than me because I don't do nothing.
I mean, yeah, you 7'3", 300 pounds. You ain't got to do nothing. Who running up on you, Shaq? You got to shoot you with one of them things that you killed Free Willy with.